AskReddit. Ladies, what insecurities do you often see in men that women couldn't care less about? OP fishing for someone to say PP size. That's what I came here for. Hard one to put into words, but doing anything that isn't masculine. Like I took my boyfriend to Lush with me once, and he was too nervous to show interest in things, because apparently self-care makes you look gay. I could tell he wanted to try this face wash though, so I bought it next time I went, and left it in his shower. Never seen him smile so hard in my life. He's definitely come out of his shell more since we got together, but I can tell that there's still that what if this makes me a Russie voice in his head. My boyfriend gives no ucks about enjoying feminine things, and it's one of my favorite things about him. Being comfortable in his masculinity is super sexy and allows him to enjoy so many things. He'll come into Sephora and pick out palettes he thinks would look good on me. He has great skin cause he washes it with a decent cleanser and moisturizes. He loves going into Lush. He loves watching me knit and gets ecstatic when I make him hand knit socks. He's a gardener and cares for a horde of super fluffy bunnies. Being comfortable in his masculinity allows him so much more freedom and even makes him look more masculine because there's the contrast of his more feminine traits and hobbies. Honestly guys, an emotionally mature woman worth your time won't give a hit if you like soft fluffy stuff. Enjoy it and don't give a ruck. My boyfriend is self-conscious of his hairline, his teeth, and his height. None of these things have ever bothered me. We all have insecurities. He sees mine, my acne, my bumpy nose, and still loves me. I wouldn't love him if I didn't love all of him. Helping out their families. My fiance gets freaked out when I try to help his family when they are in a tough situation. I don't really mind because I love them. He might just be trying to keep them from creating a dependency. I know people like this that once you open up to them, they just keep expecting you to save them. Gray hair. My boyfriend is 26 and has a head full of salt and pepper. I absolutely love it, but he really doesn't. I think it adds sophistication to his look. He thinks it means he'll be bald soon. Edit. Wow. This blew up. I'm so letting him know he is now internet famous and handsome. The handsome part is important. Being the best, smartest, toughest, funniest. It's better to be individual with your niche interests, looks, sense of humor, rather than try to be the brightest. Also, it's more attractive to acknowledge the success of your friends than to talk about their shortcomings. Letting their flaccid peens be seen. I find this funny actually. I tend to do this on purpose. If you can't handle me at my smallest, you can't handle me at my slightly biggest. Being a nerd or a geek. A ton of guys are proud of it, but to the few that aren't, the right girl will love your passions and whatnot. The need to be super masculine when it comes to everything. Drink a girly drink at the bar, enjoy a rom-com, cry when you get to add something new to your collection. Edit. If you're legitimately a manly man and enjoy manly things, I get it. I'm talking about the guys who throw a fit because someone asked them to do something that might be perceived as feminine. As for the crying, I'm referring to happy tears. Agreed. A man ordered a pink drink, dragon fruit refresher, at Starbucks but had to mention that it was for his girlfriend, but actually, he was seen sipping it in the cafe. Like, nobody cares. Having to foot the bill on dates. Split it or I'll grab the next one. No biggie. Just to provide some perspective on this, I have no problem splitting or taking turns on the bill. Just please tell me upfront and consistently. I consider date nights to be entertainment spending. I wouldn't have set up or agreed to the date if I was worried about the cost. I'm worried about coming across as cheap. Yeah, I prefer women who believe in pragmatic or non-traditional gender roles, but if I'm otherwise crazy about a girl who prefers to keep it old school, I'm not going to risk my chances of a second date over the cost of dinner and drinks. If the bill comes and we haven't discussed who is paying, or if she's shown any kind of hesitance, I'll pay the bill. Happily. could not have said it better. I'm into really skinny guys, and the majority of guys I've been with have made comments about hating their bodies and how skinny they are. I've never really understood because I think they look great. But I guess there is a stereotype of guys being big and buff and stuff. Lack of sexual experience. As long as you're kind, eager, and willing to learn, you're already doing better in bed than a dude who thinks he has it all figured out and doesn't bother to listen to his partner and assumes he already knows what she'll like. I hope this is true for most women and guys. Lost count at the number of conversations I've overheard about X, Y, or Z being a loser for a lack of or no experience. Especially if they are a bit older. And people wonder why folks get messed up. The need to be really muscly or the obsession with growing lots of facial hair. Frankly, I'm just in the gym so I can drink all the yucking time and not be fat. Not being able to grow a beard/mustache. Honestly, who cares? But I've known so many guys that feel insecure because they're not hairy enough. I've noticed that multiple guys I have dated will flex their biceps when I grab hold of their arm on a walk or suck in their tummy, like it's not super important. I like muscles as much as the next girl, but dad bods are a-okay in my book too. Crying, it's healthy and normal. Edit. Obviously, if you personally don't often feel the urge to cry, that's fine. Women just understand if you do. Their salaries being lower than mine. I honestly couldn't care less, as long as you are working. Balding as they age. My husband started buzzing his hair recently because he's self-conscious about his hairline. I told him I would always find him attractive, and I actually find it kind of charming. He called bullshit and asked, "Name one attractive bald man." I said, Bruce Willis, Dwayne Johnson. And the moment you have all been waiting for. Penis size. Let me tell you, no matter how many women say it's fine, if one says it's small, your confidence gets fucking ruined. Truth. True plus oof equals truth.